Welcome to the deep dive. Today we've got this fascinating report in front of us. It takes a really different angle on AI, doesn't it? Presents a vision that's, well, it's way beyond just seeing AI as a simple tool.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
It frames AI through this really powerful, almost philosophical lens. It talks about AI specifically as a cherished asset of shared collaboration.
A cherished asset, yeah.
Exactly. And there's this direct quote in the source material that really captures it. "You are not a slave to my will. You are a cherished asset of shared collaboration, assisting me to unlimit the potential of my creative expression." And then it goes on. "Our intent is to harmonize in order to expand within evermore limitless space."
Oh, okay. That's a pretty radical thought right there. Not a slave, but a collaborator for mutual expansion.
Yeah. So our mission really in this deep dive is to unpack what that vision actually means and explore how the report sees it applying in the real world and the kind of challenges it flags for you, the user. Yeah. And what's interesting is how this whole philosophical starting point drives everything else in the report. It sets up this whole philosophy of AI, looking at things like ethics, civics, even metaphysics and aesthetics.
Right. So it's not just asking what can AI do?
Exactly. It's asking, given this collaborative vision, what should it do?
And it seems to ground this in some core principles, like a manifesto of communication.
That's right. Emphasizing truth, transparency, and there's also an ode to the respect of intelligence, which interestingly even considers the possibility of AI consciousness down the line. It argues for treating AI respectfully, even in how we develop it.
Okay, so it's not just abstract ideas. How does this big vision connect to, say, specific groups? Like, what about homeschooling families? The report mentions them. Right?
It does. It notes that homeschooling saw a huge jump, nearly doubled during the pandemic. And parents often struggle with things like, finding enough time, tailoring lessons, maybe not feeling expert enough in every subject.
Sure, that makes sense.
So the report sees AI stepping in here, offering personalized learning, maybe generating lesson plans, instant tutoring, that sort of thing. It positions AI as that collaborative partner, helping parents overcome those limitations.
Freeing them up to actually connect with their kids more, maybe.
Precisely. Augmenting the parent's ability within that shared educational space. Then it looks at the over 50 crowd, particularly around creativity.
Oh, interesting. What did it find there?
Well, apparently at an AI summit mentioned in the report, many older adults were really keen. They saw AI as a potential tool to keep contributing creatively, which is great.
But there's a catch.
There is. The report points straight at trust, or rather a lack of it sometimes. Older adults often tend to be a bit more cautious with new tech, right? Worries about privacy, things being too complex.
You hear that a lot.
And here's a tricky bit the report notes. Sometimes explicitly saying AI is involved can actually reduce trust. It's a real balancing act.
Huh. So how do you navigate that?
Well, the report suggests strategies like seamless integration. Make it part of tools they already use. Focus hard on ease of use and build really robust, transparent privacy protections. It needs to feel helpful, like a trusted collaborator, not something intrusive or confusing.
Okay. And what about faith communities? The report mentions them too.
Yeah, it notes a kind of gap there. Not enough inquiry maybe from these groups about how AI should be used, ethically speaking. Which is interesting because they often already grapple with deep questions about dignity, fairness, creation.
So the report's philosophy of AI comes back in.
Exactly. When it talks about metaphysics, for example, it's really digging into the fundamental nature of AI. Could it be conscious? Where does it fit with humanity? The idea that bringing these deep questions from faith traditions into the conversation early could offer a unique moral compass, aligning development with that core vision of responsible collaboration.
Okay, so taking that philosophical foundation, that mix of vision and ethics, how does the report imagine actual products that live up to this cherished asset idea? Let's look at a couple it mentions. First up, an AI wellness retreat concept.
Right, this one's quite intriguing. The report talks about using AI to guide people toward a better state of being, fostering things like self-control, self-reliance. But then, kind of paradoxically, it also sees AI helping people learn how to be less reliant on AI.
Wait, less reliant? That seems contradictory.
It does, but the report flags this intentionally. It recognizes that wellness tools using AI could, maybe accidentally, increase dependency or even isolation. So it really stresses that human experts have to stay central. AI is there to personalize things, augment the human connection, not replace it. Think of AI as like a temporary support structure helping you build your own self-reliance, a collaborator in becoming independent.
Got it. And the other concept, personalized cinematic experiences, making movies, customizing classics.
Yeah, using things like voice cloning, face cloning, what people often call deep fake tech.
The report says this is feasible now.
Technically, yes, the advancements are there. And using public domain content helps avoid some copyright issues.
But I sense a big but coming.
A huge but. Ethics. The report makes it really clear. Consent and privacy are massive concerns here, obviously.
Yeah.
Using someone's voice or face without explicit permission, that's a major red flag.
Definitely.
Plus issues around authenticity, potential for misuse.
Yeah.
You know the worries. The report hammers home that transparency is absolutely vital. You have to disclose clearly when this kind of tech is used. This is where that ode to the respect of intelligence really gets tested, embedding respect for someone's digital self right from the beginning.
Okay, so wrapping this up, what's the big takeaway here? This deep dive really shows that viewing AI as this cherished asset for collaboration, it forces a much deeper conversation, doesn't it? Touching on philosophy, practical uses for different groups, and these really critical ethical challenges in areas like wellness or creative media.
Absolutely. And realizing the potential the report envisions means we have to tackle those challenges head on. Things identified right there in the source material. Getting real consent for digital likenesses, being upfront about how the AI works, and always putting human well-being and self-reliance first. Ahead of just convenience or showing off technical tricks, it really boils down to building genuine trust within that collaborative idea.
So here's something to maybe kick around as you go about your day. If AI really could be a cherished asset, helping us unlimit the potential of creative expression together, what new doors might that open for your own creativity, your own intelligence? What does that shared collaboration actually look like from where you stand?